Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. Joe here on Crypto Rosetta. Welcome back. We are going to go over some macro charts again. Vindicated indecision for being bearish on a lot of these charts. They're playing out quite nicely. Some other charts doing some things I didn't expect, so we'll go over those as well. And yeah, a lot of action in the markets. This is quite exciting times. Felt like we maybe had a couple of boring months recently, but I think things are starting to progress and get, a bit more exciting, certainly more volatile. We'll take a look at that now. If you enjoy the content, take a second to smash up that like now. Really helps support the channel. Thank you so much for that. And if you are new here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, tap the bell, select all notifications, go back and watch our previous content. Thank you for joining us and the Rosetta family. Now let's dive into these charts, guys. So starting off with Bitcoin. Initially, I thought there was potentially an ABC done here into the 2nd of October high. However, as we know, a few days ago now, we had this Coin Telegraph fake tweet post on X. They thought that the ETF had been approved. It hadn't. It turned out to be fake news. It was all kind of a bit controversial. I've got my own opinions on that. I think it was more of a deliberate action. I really do, if I'm honest. Of course, no evidence of that, and it's very easy to get away with these things. It's just my opinion. But certainly the way that the candles moved, the timing of it, I think Bitcoin is extremely manipulated right now. We've always known it's been manipulated anyway, but with less market participants in at the moment, it makes it even more easier rather to increase volatility and manipulate. And certainly I think that, potentially if there was some timing with that and exchanges, and it only takes a few big players to be in on the task, and it was quite easy to make that happen. So that liquidated a whole ton of shorts there. Then again, I think, the sharp drop, I think a lot of people would have been getting in short again. That's probably why we're seeing a rally now, time recording, with just under 29,700. But I think the market is still providing a great opportunity to short. I've said this all along, none of this is financial advice, as long as you're using low leverage. If you're using high leverage in these areas, you're going to get taken out by these wicks. That's exactly what's happening. So where can we go from here? Well, I told you my secondary opinion, still heading down. We can obviously get rid of this one now. Is that we could still potentially get to this 32,000, because we never really got to retest that trend line that we had that key break on. We've got pretty high with the last wick, but we're still not quite there. I think 32,000 would be a strong rejection. Either way, right now we're in this local resistance area of 29,600 all the way up to 32,000. I do think that I still primarily do not expect us to be able to come through this resistance and consolidate above. I still think these markets are in trouble. I still think we're going down. I don't think Bitcoin is immune to what's going on index markets, and we'll come on to those in a moment. So right now, still think the market's providing great opportunity to short. I'm not currently in a position on Bitcoin at the minute. I did stop out on my last one at 29,000 for no loss, which is totally cool. And then yeah, we may look to open up another position. But guys, whether you are trading out there, make sure you're using sensible risk management. So we'll still look for it to come back down to around about 28.7. See if we can get a bounce off that. That would be pretty low time frame bullish. If that breaks, then again, I think we're coming down to retest this line now. We may get another bounce off here. This would come in around about 26.7 ish. So yeah, looking for around about a drop to 26,700 now, if we cannot take out this high of the other day. If we take out this high from the Coin Telegraph, we'll call it, then 32,000 definitely on the cards. So should be a good day to watch what happens on the low time frames here. 25,000, as we know, is still the major key support for Bitcoin. Once that breaks, we are heading down to sub 24,000 in my opinion. But the lower target still remains of 19.5 for that significant last line of defense for the bulls long term. But I think that is going to break. And you guys know, if you've been watching previous videos, my macro high time frame target on Bitcoin still remains. I still think we're going sub 10k eventually, in my opinion. Now moving on. Why do I think that? It all links into what's going on in index markets. I think these are extremely bearish at the minute. We had a huge warning on the S&P 500. It did say it could be a bear trap, but again, I don't think it's a bear trap. I think it was a huge warning being flashed here. So we lost this upwards channel. We came out. And then we climbed back in, and then we closed back out of it again yesterday. That is a bearish sign. It tried to get back in there. It's got rejected again as we zoom in here, and you can see, guys, once we start to drop out of this channel here, I think we are starting to descend. Now, target I'll be looking for is currently 4277, looking to come into 4130 for support. If that breaks, it's going to be extremely bearish, and yet we are going to continue on our way to lower targets. Again, told you, multi-year bear market, in my opinion. This phase in the middle is just a rally, setting the lower high from the all-time highs back in the end of 21. And down we go for new bear market lows. Some people just can't believe that those new bear market lows are coming, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people are going to get caught out if they do. Of course, I have clear invalidations. Again, looking to climb back above 4541. If we can get back above there, consolidate, then we'll probably go into new highs, and then we get those new highs, and then we'll start to look at some targets. But until then, not my expectation that that is going to play out. Down we come. Minimum target, guys. Now, I just want to make it clear, this is a minimum target of around this 3250. However, I do think that these markets can go a lot lower. So just be aware of this. Just be careful out there. And this is my minimum expectation, but I'm not necessarily, if we get down here in a few months' time, going to go start, buying like bananas. Or still take a look at the markets, take a look at economic conditions, and evaluate whether I think things can get a lot worse, or who knows, we may just see another rally at that phase, and again, just be a weaker rally. So again, we're in a cash is king environment until proven otherwise, in my opinion. Now, before we move on to the next chart, I want to talk about the channel membership. We've still got lifetime membership NFTs available for only 1800 ADA. The price of ADA at the minute to join the channel lifetime membership is an absolute bargain. We've only got 500 of these. It gives you full Discord access. You can get Elliott-wave theory lessons weekly with Savage. You can join our trading zone. We've got a great trading community, always sharing each other's trades, etc. in there, helping each other out. We have our weekly AMA, which again is always open to members. Usually about once a month, we open that free up to everyone in because the Discord is free. Link for the Discord, by the way, is in the description below. And one of the things we've just updated as well, we've got the buy zone. So just give you a glimpse of what the buy zones look like. Again, these are available to members. There's a huge list of these. These aren't the only ones. This is just me giving you a little free view. So we have the coins, and then we have either myself, IK, or Savage's opinion. We have a high buy zone and a low buy zone. High buy zone being the sort of where we are now or lower to kind of DCA in, and the low buy zone being more kind of expectation of where we think prices can go on the worst case scenario. And of course, we update these and evaluate these. Like I said, these have just been updated as of yesterday. So you've also got the all-time highs of the coins when those dates were, and you can obviously see prices are, check them against them now. And again, none of this is financial advice. I'm not saying buy in these areas at all to members, etc. That's not what the buy zones are there for. They're just all given opinions of where we think things can go. Of course, when people are adding to their own portfolios, they need to make their own decisions and where they want to buy. But members like to see what we kind of think would be a sort of vast DCA area, and then maybe work their own ideas around that. So that's what the buy zones are for. But let's go back onto the charts a second, because now moving on, we've got the Dow Jones again, very similar to what I'm saying with the S&P. I think we've confirmed another lower high and we've set a lower low. We may have another lower high in already. Again, closing down yesterday. Said this 33 650 area was going to be a key area. We tried to get back in above it. We've closed back below it again. Looking pretty bearish. That's, again, flashing warnings to me. That 36 consolidation and validation is looking a long way at the moment. Again, as I told you, on X, if you want to follow me, it's at Joe's Crypto Chaos, and be sure to be following Crypto Rosetta. Also, said when this leg down starts, it will be epic. First of all, it's not going to be epic for the bulls out there. Okay, we are not the bulls. It's not going to be epic if you're bullish. But if you are leaning towards the downside, if you're getting cash on the side, getting ready to buy the real dip to make some real generational level wealth, then this is the time when it can be epic if this plays out for us, guys. This can genuinely change people's lives if they've got the cash on the side, if they've got the patience, in my opinion. So let's see if it plays out. But yeah, again, minimum target will be sort of double bottoming around about 28.7. But I'm expecting it to break, come down to this 26.2, set again a new bear market low similar to the S&P. But again, this is just minimum targets. I think things can be a lot worse in the coming year or so. So let's just see how things play out. But things do not look good economically at the moment. Again, we're seeing interest continuing to rise as rate hikes are rising as well. So sorry, inflation rising as well again. So how bad can those rate hikes get? I think they can go a lot higher. That goes globally. Okay, Nasdaq talked about the AI bubble crash. I think this is playing out beautifully. Again, still looking to come down to 14,200 to confirm that. That'll set us. We've already set one lower low. We're looking for another lower low. Looks like a lower high has come in. Looks very similar to the way it rolled in 2022, and it looks like we're rolling again from a lower right race position. And yeah, down we go. Same target, looking for sub 10k on the Nasdaq. Now, Nvidia. Talked about this one in last video. Not a lot of people seen that last video, so go back and check it if you want to confirm what I was talking about on this. Mentioned it being a diamond top reversal potentially. This looks like it's absolutely playing out beautifully. On the last video, we were up here just on this rally here, and now we've dropped down just as I've got the arrow pointing down. It's looking really nice. Pre-markets are currently down at the minute as well, just on the video. Again, I said, look, buying this around $500 or high $400, whatever, is ridiculous to me. Very overbought. I think this one, um, if it hadn't topped out now, it's extremely close. But whether it's topped out now or even if it manages to go a bit higher, it's just not a buy for me, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice. I think that this one, it's just got such space to drop to the downside. We've got this huge gap to fill. Looking to fill this gap in between about 370 and 320. That's absolute minimum where this is going, in my opinion. But I think Nvidia is going much lower, and I am expecting it to eventually, come down to these, back down towards these lower targets, at least $200. I do think we will see on Nvidia sooner than some people are, would expect, and may get caught out on this one. Again, if people are holding this, I think they're going to be underwater soon, in my opinion. Right, DXY. Just a reminder for anyone who's new here again, we had weeks and weeks ago all the moon boys calling the dollar dead down here. Perfect reversal signal and showing fantastic strength, breaking out of the descending wedge. This is a bullish structure. We've hit our top. Was looking to come into about 107.90. Didn't quite get there, but it was still a great move up. But now the way we're showing a little bit of sideways consolidation here on the daily, that's bullish. That's absolutely fine. If you look what happened over here on the first run up, you had these pumps, a little bit sideways, up you go. A little bit sideways, okay, a little bit of a drop down there, but still up you go. A little bit sideways, up you go. Similar thing. It looks like it's just playing out again here. Arguably, some people could say, well, that's what happens when you reach the top as well. That was a bit sideways as well and down. So if we do see a drop here, as long as 104.20 holds, I think we're okay. It still looks like it's going much higher, in my opinion. If that breaks, not necessarily super bearish. We may come back down to test this trend line, but I don't think that's going to happen. I do think Probably DXY is going to stay at least above 104 in my opinion, and eventually break these higher targets. So once 107.90 breaks, we'll look for some consolidation there. 110 will be the 110.70's next target, but my time frame still looking for a move up to 120. And we get up there, well, the multi-year bear market has been well and truly confirmed. Many bulls are going to be wrecked at that stage, and that's kind of how I see things playing out on the DXY. Okay, Apple. This one, I don't think I've covered this one before, but somebody wanted me to take a look at it. Um, Currently, yes, we set a new all-time high for Apple, but how long, can these runs up that back? How long can these runs continue? I mean, this has been on an absolute rip for so long, pretty much all the way since 2016 in particular, just went parabolic. And again, these markets eventually humble people who think they can just only keep going up forever, think, oh, it's the best thing on earth, blah, blah, blah. This is how markets work, guys. They just like to take a lot of liquidity when people start coming in buying these tops, right? So got the bullish support trend line here, probably coming down for a third touch. That's going to come in at about 153. I expect that's going to be minimum what's going to play out for Apple in the coming weeks, in my opinion. But if that breaks, things are going to get real bearish real fast. Again, there's going to be a bit of a panic if that trend line breaks. It's pretty much over for the bulls. That's pretty much confirming the top in with this all-time high. I think it was just around about 200 bucks, maybe just under on Apple. And yeah, first of all, look for support around 136, but much lower targets. Just looking at back neck testing candles from sort of 2022 test, and I think that will happen. And I will not be shocked if we see a sub $100 Apple, in my opinion. Tesla, one that I've covered a couple of times already. This one's playing out beautifully. Confirmed another lower high in. We're just waiting to confirm a lower low. That could come in today if we drop below $214 on Tesla. But yeah, two-figure Tesla is coming back, in my opinion. Some people think that's absolute crazy. Oh, you'll never see two-figure Tesla again. This was the bottom here, just above $100, and we're not going below. Well, we'll see, guys. But personally, I think we are rolling over again on Tesla, and two-figure Tesla is coming, in my opinion. Now, oil. Everyone getting super bullish on oil. I am not getting super bullish on oil yet. A lot of talk about with what's happening with world conflicts, and again, this is being super bullish on oil. However, I said before that conflict with Israel and Palestine started, said we were looking for 93 and we hit it just before that conflict even started, right? Then we had the drop, then the conflict started, and then we've had a rally. However, we've not actually gone back above. We're currently around about 89.50 on oil at the moment. Haven't got above 93. So if this holds, if we set another lower high here, I think this is looking pretty bearish on oil, and I'm still expecting the high here to hold from last year. And yeah, still looking for targets around about $60 and closer to $40, somewhere in that region on oil before the bear market is over on oil. I believe we had, the 2022 bull market for oil. I'm looking for at least 3 waves down, and still think that this is just going to be a rally on oil. So let's see how that one plays out. Now, gold, this one I may have wrong. Okay, I was initially looking for a 5-wave count to the downside. However, we have had a very strong rally on gold. It has to be said. I was looking for us to lose this $1,800, and we just just above, and then very strong reversal again. Pretty much with what's happening with conflict, a lot of fear out there, fear in markets, money going back into gold, thinking it's safer asset and all that usual. However, showing bearish divergence on the RSI now. We're also still quite a way off, getting to a new high, getting above 2100 and, consolidating it, because that's where my invalidation is going to come. So the main target still remains. It just essentially this Elliott-wave count that was, just an idea that I was throwing out there is probably not playing out. Okay, so for now, actually going to remove that one off the charts, guys. We'll take this off as well for now. But apart from that, guys, nothing really has changed at the minute on the chart, because where we are now, we're in an area of resistance. Okay, if we can break above this now, I had 1987 to get above. We're just under it, literally just under it at the minute, 1984. Gold is up 0.5% on the day at the moment time recording. But really, we need to come back and retest these highs. Come up for the fourth attempt now. It could be a triple top, could turn into quadruple top rejection. I really don't know how this one's going to play out. However, if we kind of hold below this $2,000 area, guys, and then start to roll over in the coming days now, then I think we are going to continue to descend. It's still my expectation until proven otherwise. So again, area I'll be looking for is still we're looking for this 1804 to break. Once that breaks, we're coming down. So $1,800, such a key level. We could really just chop a lot on gold here. Gold could be a bit more, and it could just chop between 2100 and 1800 for a while. Don't be surprised if that happens. However, equally, if a sell-off comes, then the main target still remains. But this could take weeks to play out. This could take 2 years to play out. I really don't know. But I'm going to continue to watch it just to see if we can, hold below 2000 and achieve these three highs that we have. Otherwise, it's invalid, and we'll have a look at something else on gold. Now, thank you all for watching this video. Next video I'm going to put out, I'm going to take a look at some altcoins, because I know you guys, again, want all my opinions all the time on where these crypto altcoins are going. They all look really bad at the moment. There's not really, barely a handful of altcoins that look bullish at the minute. Most of them look very, very bearish and still have much lower targets to go, in my opinion. But I want to say something positive to end on. I do believe that the survivors in this market, one being you for sticking around, staying in the space, but two, the surviving altcoins that come through the worst of this economic period that we go through, and then when things, when there's light at the end, and then we start to see some hope of markets, wider markets moving up, the altcoins that are still there, they can really, really, change people's situations if they get in at those prices. But people that have continued to buy all the way down, being told to buy the dip, buy the dip, buy all the moon boys, they may never get out of the situation that they're in. Unfortunately, they may be underwater for a long, long time, if not forever. So people lose money in markets, people get humbled. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching that have lost money in markets, but if you're still here, you're not giving up. You can always start again. Start again with a different attitude, a different investment. Every time you lose money or lose money in investments, you can learn from it to not make that mistake again or do something different. So good luck to everyone out there. Like I said, join the community. It helps being in the community, especially in crypto. Links in the description for Discord below. It's absolutely free. Thank you all. Have a great day.